Welcome back, Office fans. For years, Jim Halpert was framed as the relatable hero, the clever guy next door who keeps us sane in the chaotic world of Dunder Mifflin. But if you rewatch the series with a fresh perspective, a troubling pattern begins to emerge. Jim isn't always the harmless prankster he pretends to be. In fact, when push comes to shove, Jim often displays a surprising lack of empathy, even actively stepping back to let his own boss fall into a koi pond. His defense? Pretending he just froze, though everyone in the room saw him deliberately move out of the way. This raises a fundamental question. Is Jim Halpert actually his own worst enemy and a secret villain to those around him? Jim's behavior toward Dwight Schrute is legendary, but at what point does fun banter turn into outright psychological harassment? From putting Dwight's office desk supplies inside the vending machine to hiding his phone inside the drop ceiling and calling it endlessly, Jim's relentless torment pushes his coworkers to their absolute breaking point, leading to literal wall-punching meltdowns. When Dwight raises legitimate office issues or health concerns, Jim simply turns it into another target for mockery. He locks Dwight in daycare spaces, disrespects authority, and ignores office protocol for his own personal amusement. In doing so, Jim forces managers like Jan to step in, showing a consistent disregard for professional boundaries. Jim doesn't just prank Dwight's physical belongings. He plays elaborate, calculated psychological mind games. He sends fake pop-up jump scares pretending to be calming meadow pictures. When he moves into a shared apartment with Daryl in Philadelphia, Jim's selfish habits shine through immediately. He leaves dirty clothes everywhere, uses old t-shirts as wash rags, and leaves unwashed dishes soaking endlessly in the sink. He disrupts corporate productivity, ignoring simple team requests and messing around while others are trying to focus. He also exhibits passive-aggressive behavior, cutting off people like Toby mid-sentence without a second thought. Even in his romantic life, Jim often ignores clear boundaries and acts on impulse regardless of consequences. He engages in severe psychological retaliation, like taking a snowball war to absurd, terrorizing extremes. When Andy Bernard returns from 5 weeks of anger management with a request to be called Drew, Jim bluntly refuses to respect his coworker's wish for a fresh start, deliberately aggravating him. He uses ongoing workplace feuds to stir up chaos between others, whispering inflammatory statements to manipulate reactions. Financially, Jim makes massive, high-stakes decisions, like investing $10,000 in a startup without properly consulting Pam first. Jim frequently acts superior to his peers, crashing exclusive clubs like the Finer Things Club just to mock them. He admits to fake reading books for discussions, trivializing efforts made by coworkers to build culture. He taunts coworkers like Dwight about personal safety and seating arrangements inside vehicles, and encourages reckless office stunts during basketball sessions, risking injury to staff members sitting under the basket. During Michael and Jan's notorious dinner party, Jim attempts to abandon Pam behind just to escape the awkward situation himself. He even abuses company leave policies by lying about jury duty to take 5 full days off work, leaving his team to handle his workload. Jim spends vast amounts of company time planning pranks that take months or even years to pay off. He spends months slowly adding nickels into Dwight's phone receiver so Dwight hits himself in the head when they're removed, and he moves Dwight's desk an inch every time Dwight leaves the restroom. He lays 500 feet of red wire through the entire building and up a telephone pole outside just to waste Dwight's time. He even concocted an elaborate months-long quest called the Dunder Code, leading Dwight on a fake scavenger hunt for the Holy Grail, and spends hours obsessively gift-wrapping Dwight's entire desk setup, complete with wrapping paper chairs. Interestingly, Jim occasionally gets a taste of his own medicine, like when Dwight and Stanley trick him into feeding them 32 free meatballs. Yet, despite all these morally questionable moments, Jim proves in the end that deep down his heart is in the right place. He pulls off the ultimate Guten prank by stepping aside as best man to bring Michael Scott back for Dwight's wedding. Was Jim a true villain or just a flawed guy trying to survive a dull office job? Let us know your thoughts in the comments below.